This will take about 7-8 minutes, so we ask you just to sit with us for a moment on this. It's that time of year that Mike had mentioned. It's time for us to do the Adopt a Student program. The reason that we do this, before I go on to the next slide, is that numbers show, very importantly, how critical it is to pair youth with adults. It is through adults that kids begin to learn faith and examples of faith. The example that Jesus gives us in Luke 2:52 is Jesus grew in stature, wisdom, and in favor with God and with man. And for our kids to be able to do that, they see the examples at home most importantly, but they need to see examples here. And this is a very simple ministry that we can do that. This is the 5th year of this ministry. So I'm going to go on to the next slide. And this is what we're doing. Young men, if you want to go ahead and hand out cards, and what I'm going to ask is every family unit that's, even if you're on the border about doing this, please raise your hand, and we're going to hand out these cards, every family unit. So what we're doing is we want to build, and there'll be more guys, so as you all hand out the cards, just hang down front because people sort of want to know what this is. Ministry is very simple. It's to build closer relationships between our families and generations. It's a way that Greta and I can get to know another family unit, but it's also very important that maybe those who are at grandparents' age can get to know another family unit also. It also provides spiritual growth for our students because with them, again, they are getting to see the examples of faith and the examples of what you all do. So the Adopt a Student program, and here's what it's for. It allows a family at the Richmond Church of Christ to adopt a student. And I've had kids run home and say, "Mom and Dad, I'm getting adopted." Okay. It is a simple Adopt a Student program, but it is a very important ministry in that it allows a family at the Richmond Church of Christ here to adopt a family, or not to adopt a family, as a family to adopt a child or teen in the church. The ministry is for kinder through 12th grade, and any family who wants to adopt one of them. So who is this for? Well, it's really for everybody. Those who are willing to adopt and those who need to be adopted. Parents of kids, you can adopt another family. Everyone, whether you adopt a student or not, you can always pray for our kids and their growth in God and as they are in school. Because let's face it, 40 hours a week for most of the kids who are in public school, 40 hours a week they are away from home. Now, on to the college students. No worries there. David McFadden has your back, and there's going to be a separate program, of course, for the college students. We take meals, and they truly need to adopt because you all need to do laundry and all that good stuff. The other part is the youth group, and Michaela and Whitney and Kayla can tell you all about this. The youth group has a special relationship with these guys over here, and they help us out. So interested in helping there, that's a whole separate thing. So back to Adopt a Student, here's how it works. To volunteer, you're going to take one of these cards and you're going to simply fill it out. When you fill it out, you can list the kids' names on there or a gender or, hey, I'm really looking for a boy in 4th and 5th grade that I would like to adopt. What I'd ask you to do is be ready because we're going to ask you to usually adopt siblings and at least 2 to 3 students. Now, the way you can help us with that is this. Families make, again, requests to adopt specific children. We're going to try to keep siblings together. Rosses, you look back there at the Rosses, and all of a sudden, at one time, when you get one, you get them all. Some of them are in college now, so we're going to split that up a little bit. In the weeks to follow, the families are going to be matched. Donna, if you would please stand up. Donna is the wife of the comedian that was up before me. And Donna helps me match these kids. Donna knows the kids here really well. And Donna, as a teacher too, Donna's really good at helping me match kids to families. And so you can see Donna or myself. And as we're going to pair them with families as best as possible, again, we ask you to realize that we do have a lot of youth here. We have over 90 youth. I thought it was close to 100, but it's about 90 youth, kinder through high school, 90 youth. There are 93 family units as of today. So if everybody were to adopt a kid, we'd have to tear these kids in half. But that's usually not the problem. So a little bit of information I want to share with you. We really need your help. On average, we have about 35 families adopting a year. We really need that number up to about 50 to not load the other families so much. So please consider doing this. What's going to happen then? We're going to make it really easy for you. We're going to send you a letter. And this is next to last slide here. We're going to get you a letter. It's going to have your student's name on it, so you'll have the reveal here in about 2 to 3 weeks. You'll meet with that student, and I'll also follow up with students up here to make sure if they're not paired up with somebody that they can be. If you've had a problem, I always have my cheat sheet that tells me who's paired with who or whom, or Donna can also tell you. You'll introduce yourselves to the student. They're dying to know. You're simply going to pray for that student daily. One wonderful thing to do is to teach prayer with your families and to pray with your kids for that student that you've adopted. Regularly greet the student at services. Reach out to them, maybe a phone call, maybe sending them a card. And any action is great, and gifts are not necessary. I know they're appreciated, but they are not necessary, so don't think this is going to cost you a lot. So what is your responsibility? It is simply that, and we will get you a letter that's going to remind you of all this information. With that letter, what I'm also going to provide this year is something a little bit newer, and that is just a simple information sheet. You can get to know a kid pretty quickly. Kate and I already know that you like to play soccer. Is that right? Because you told me about that. You like to play soccer, and your favorite Bible story is about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego because they stood up for God. And so really simple information sheet that we'll give you that helps you to get to know the kid. Or you can make your own up. You know, what's their favorite color? What's their favorite ice cream? Mine's butter pecan if you want to know. And things along that line. So if you did not get a card, please see the guys in the back. Do y'all have some cards left over? Yeah, okay. They've got cards in the back. Please see them. Hold your hand up if you still need one and didn't get one. Checking. Okay. And I'm going to be in the back, and you can hand these cards to myself or to Donna. And with that, thank you so much for your attention, and my 8 minutes is up. Thank you. Have a great day.